Warning! The following audio may contain coarse language and other material that may not be suitable for a younger audience. Listener discretion is advised. Also, we may spoil everything and anything, so you have been warned.
Sup guys, and welcome to a very spontaneous and special episode of PodTaku, even though this isn't really a full episode, because we just decided to get together spontaneously and discuss Evangelion.
Again.
And again. But this time there will be spoilers, so if you haven't seen it, I recommend that you get the fuck out now. So, today with me, I have Arkada from Glass Reflections.
Greetings, everyone.
I have Holden from HoldenReviews.
Hi guys, how's it going?
And, of course, today I also have a very special guest, Devil Kick Sanji 2, who voiced Shinji and Gendo in the EVAbridged episode, which you should have seen by now.
What is up, everybody?
He's a replacement for Gene, because we sought him as a better replacement, and more knowledgeable, also.
Holy shit, really?
Yes.
Ooh.
Well, you know how to, I think you know how to press record and stuff, which is something that she failed to do. And that broke my heart, so just don't go breaking my heart.
Should we explain that, or should we just leave that be?
Well, what do you guys think? Should we explain it, or should we not?
We recorded yesterday, but Jean forgot to record her voice, so it fucked everything up. There, I said it.
Okay, yep, okay. Well, cat's out of the bag now.
I was there. Yeah.
Okay, so what brought this on was, Tristan recently saw EVA 2.22 today. And
also, it's very ironic because 3.0 actually just aired today, which is the 17th of November, 2012. It just came out today, and they also just released the first 6 minutes and 38 seconds of 3.0. And have we all seen it?
Yes, we've all seen it.
I've seen.
Yeah, I saw it.
Then I think we can all agree that it was fucking awesome.
Oh my god.
I guess
It was so good. Fucking Asuka was in space and shit.
And the eye patch.
Oh, she's got an eye patch. That's what I want.
Exactly.
Well, because you know, Asuka is traditionally the most badass EVA pilot in the series. As proven by End of Evangelion.
Oh, yeah.
And so far, everything else.
It was amazing. The thing is I watched 2.0, I think in around 2010, early 2010. And so it's been like 2 years at least.
And I first watched it today. Wow.
Close to 3 since I've seen it.
Okay, so Tristan, since you just saw 2.0 and it's fresh in your mind, what's your reaction to it?
Well, I actually posted my reaction in Skype, and I kind of sort of did another version of the reaction. I'm scrolling up in the Skype chat because I want to read exactly what I said. No, because we were all talking about stuff. Oh, wait, too far. Here we go. Halfway through the movie, I put out in all caps, "Why is no one acting like themselves? Where did all the real characters go?" And then I finished actually watching the movie, to which I responded, "That movie, ... I have no words. Fuck, I'm crying. That was beautiful." Because I actually was crying. That was beautiful, man. I mean, it was just, oh my god, so moving.
Oh, does somebody need a hug?
It was so moving, and oh my god. Actually, here's a question.
Okay.
Because Shinji and Rei is kind of canon now, is that some sort of incest? Because Rei's kind of his mom.
It is, to an extent.
And a clone.
Yes.
Yeah.
So it is definitely, but
sorta, kinda, yeah.
But my whole thing is that I predict in 3.0, Rei will be severely sidelined due to her not having a unit, since Unit 00 was eaten by that angel.
And here's the other thing. Now, me and Holden have a very big disagreement on this fact, but maybe, Gigguk, you can give us your opinion. You two, Sanji.
Okay, I know where we're going here, but do you want to explain to the viewer?
Okay. If Mari was not in 2.0, what would have changed? In my opinion, nothing!
See? No. Mari is a vital point of 2.0.
She did nothing, besides have a very badass intro, which they didn't have to show.
She sniffs Shinji. That's what she does.
She saves Shinji, pretty much.
And she smells him.
Yeah, and she says, "You smell like LCL."
She gave 2.0.
I think it would have been better if she said cheesecake.
She gave 2.0 one of the most badass moments I've seen in EVA in general, which is going beast mode for the first time, which you gotta admit was fucking awesome.
Yeah, that
But
shit.
pointless,
Awesome.
and it didn't do anything because then she got her ass rocked.
It was beast. It's fucking beast.
No, but see, okay. Now he's saying that Rei is just as useful as Mari, and I'm like, Rei is a fucking useless clone who
But
dies.
if Rei wasn't there, Shinji would have still been a whiny bitch because he would have had no one to save. If Mari wasn't there,
If Rei
everything
wasn't there-
still would have happened. Because my argument is
No, it wouldn't have.
is that Mari's only real use was to get Shinji out into the open, away from the shelter that he was in. All right. The only reason she did that is because Asuka did it in the original. But Asuka is now freaking unconscious because she took the place of Toji, who apparently is now unimportant completely. So Mari is as important as Toji.
That's okay.
He was important?
I would highly disagree with you, considering Toji never used backdoor code the beast in a hijacked Evangelion.
That did absolutely nothing. I'm not saying that wasn't cool.
No. Oh my god,
I do
you don't
understand.
understand it, but that's okay. It's okay to be dumb, Tristan. But
I'm
it's
not
like
dumb. I'm just saying, as cool as that
It,
was,
it did something.
It did
but
nothing.
okay, Tristan. I can see where you're coming from here. But will you be saying the same thing when she'll probably be also badass in 3.0?
no, because in 3.0 it's an original story. The thing is with 2.0,
2.0 is original. He never saved Rei and pulled her outside of the core of an angel.
but 95%
That never
of this
happened.
movie, 95% of the movie plot-wise is almost copy-pasta from the original series, exception for Mari, who's just added into the already existing story. It's like if you rewrite a famous story and you just add someone in for the lulz. Like, go and redo Lord of the Rings, except some extra hobbit that follows them around for the lulz.
I would say that 2.0 was drastically different in tone, feel, and character development. Shinji Ikari was definitely not the same character he was in the original series, episode 17.
I think
Especially from the first.
Okay. Here's a question then. Do you think 2.0 would be as good if we hadn't seen the original series?
I was about to say, me and Tristan were talking about this, and I said
Oh,
no.
no. Here's my thought with that. My thought is that, you know how 2.0 had a lot of things, they just skipped a whole bunch of the original series because they just didn't need to show it. They didn't need to show a bunch of angels coming.
Yep.
They didn't need to show all those fighting scenes. But all that was useful character development. How I look at it is, when Asuka gets introduced in 2.0, that's exactly like how, well, not exactly, but it's, when it comes to characters' relationships, it's very similar to how she was when she was first introduced in the show. But by the end of the movie, it's almost like the relationship that her and Shinji had throughout the entire original series still happened, they just didn't show it.
I think that the movies are more streamlined, and I think that, okay, I was talking about this earlier, like, if you just changed the name and all the characters to a completely different IP, but kept the exact same plot and story, it would be not as impressive, because it's the sharp contrast from the original series that you get with the rebuilds that make the rebuilds even that much more impactful, because I think 1.0 had a very important role in that you were expecting the exact same thing. So I think it would have been amazing if you had no idea that 2.0 was different, because you'd go into it saying, oh, just another reanimation, and what the fuck is Mari doing? Like, who the fuck is this glasses wearing bitch? Like,
Well,
it would be a lot different.
I was sort of like that. I was like, who the hell is that? And I'm like, okay, she's pretty badass.
Well, the thing for me is, and I'm sure you guys can agree on it on this sense, is that the thing that stood out for me was, you know, after all those years of fucking wanting to slap Shinji around the face in the original series, was the line where he goes up to his dad, and he goes, I'm the pilot of Evangelion Unit 1, and I was just like, I just wanted to
Shinji
fucking,
Ikari, yeah.
yes, Shinji.
I wanted to be like Shinji. You deserve, like, an award.
I remember that scene, yeah.
I am looking forward to that part.
Unit 1 pilot, Shinji Ikari.
You know what I actually said out loud when he said that? I paused the video, and I was just like, congratulations, Shinji.
Congratulations.
Yes, congratulations.
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 Thank you all.
I think
So, I think that was a moment when all of us who has experienced the original series just wanted to jump up and go, fuck yeah, Shinji, finally!
I don't know what it was, but yeah, it was like that whole thing whenever it's the sharp contrast that he changed so much. Because, okay, I'm trying to think what I would think of this series if it was totally different. So, okay, let's pretend that now, instead of Shinji, it's Kamina. The exact opposite of Shinji in every way, shape, and form. So,
Yeah.
I don't know what I would think of this series. Because you kind of just expect him to do things that are really ridiculous anyway.
Yeah, I mean, because of the way anime works.
I think it was because since it was out of his comfort zone is what made it so interesting.
Because if this is my first experience with Evangelion, I would have no preconceptions about Shinji being a pussy, basically, and just
Yeah.
So I would have.
I think it would be really cool though.
Yeah. So what I would have expected was to him to do something like that anyway, if you get what I mean.
Yes. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
The movies are very interesting in that way though, because I've shown the movies to people who have never seen the series and they think they're really good. And then I showed them the series afterwards because they really wanted to watch it. I'm like, oh, I don't know if you fucking want to watch this. Like it's fucking not as good as the fucking movies. Granted, I really, really like the series, but it's only because I affiliate the series with the movies now.
Right.
Like, I really liked the series because I really liked Asuka. Like, she was such a fucking awesome character.
She has always been an awesome character.
I would argue she still is an awesome character, and I can't wait to see more of her.
Yeah, she still is. Yeah, definitely.
I think they made her more of an awesome character now with the eye patch.
She did. Like, her introduction in this movie was just like, oh, hi, I'm Asuka. I just blew up that angel. No big whoop.
I liked Mari's, which was, I'm gonna drive this, like, Eva that's held together by tape and, like, kill angels
while
with
singing a pop song.
Yeah, while singing. That was really good. I definitely think in 3.0, on the current progressive path that we're on right now, I think 3.0 will do a couple things. I think it will... Kaoru, I think, will play a much bigger role than he did in the series.
I would hope he does.
In the series, he's episode 24. That's Kaoru. That's
it.
That's Kaoru Nagisa. Like, there you
He's
go.
like one episode character, pretty much.
Yeah, episode 24. That's it. And, like, so... I think he's going to play a way bigger role, considering he's been in both the other movies, like there, but he's never done anything except for I don't know, fucking throw the lance of launches through Shinji Ikari's chest plate. Like,
if that isn't some sort of foreshadowing, I don't know what is.
Like, he has a lot of stuff that I want him to see him do, but I don't know if he's going to do it. But
what, like penetrating Shinji again?
No, I think that Kaoru will become...
But Kaoru will make Shinji love him this time.
I think this time it'll be... Kaoru will be less of a, like, one-trick pony and more of a psychological tool. And I think that Asuka will be pushed to the point of her dying. I don't know why.
I don't think Asuka's gonna die.
I think Asuka's gonna die.
Can they kill off Asuka? I mean...
No.
I don't know about that.
No, I definitely think they can.
Before 4.0.
If they were going to kill off Asuka, she would be dead by now, because she should have died in the original series, but she didn't. For some reason, she survived with Shinji at the end of Evangelion. They could have killed her off in 2.0. Is she dead? No, she's not.
Well, no, she died at the end of EVA.
2.0? No,
no,
she's not dead.
The end of Evangelion.
Yeah, how disgusting.
She has the last line in the entire show.
Oh, no. That was her rebirth form. Because then I would argue that no humans actually died in the entire thing, because the Sea of LCL was the rebirth and manifestation of the Lilith containment liquid.
Well...
But...
Yes, but she actually still had human form on that beach.
Well, technically, everyone had human form in the Sea of LCL, but...
No. There is no technicality. She would.
Yes, it
her
is.
and
The Sea of
Shinji are the
LCL.
only ones.
Yes.
Her and Shinji are the only
She also lost the same eye, didn't she?
Yeah, she
like
did.
she was also missing that same eye that she has the eye patch on in 3.0.
That's right, actually.
Correct. She did well, the only reason she lost the same eye is because she had the Lance of Longinus thrown through her eye before she was eaten by the mass-produced Evas.
So they have not explained why she has the eye patch in 3.0.
Yes, we also talked about this because it doesn't make sense that having her, like, core plug bitten by Unit 1
does nothing for her
would
eye.
affect her eye. That doesn't make much sense.
It would have affected, like, if, like, half her body is, like, scarred or something because it was, like, chewed off. Yeah, sure, that makes sense, but just the eye?
It was fairly odd that it was just...
Also, there's tape on her left boob as well.
Yes, there's tape on her left boob and thigh.
Yeah. But then again, she was left in a comatose state at the end of 2.0, so...
I think
they have a lot of explaining
There's a couple
to do
things.
because of that
One,
time
it's going to
jump.
be a huge time jump. I think it's going to be a couple months.
Because from the preview,
least.
Mari and Asuka seem to already have a relationship with each other, if you can say that.
Yeah.
Yeah, they know each other. And that's the other thing. Going back to my Mari thing. The only person that ever actually talks to Mari, really, is Shinji. Like, Rei says get out and throws her away. That's about it. Nobody in the control room even acknowledges that she's there at any point.
Actually...
The point that they never acknowledged it.
What part of hijacking an EVA do you not get?
The point of... No. Misato was going down to the control room and EVA 2 went up, to which she said, who's piloting that? And as soon as she gets to the control room, she says, we need to ask the European branch to launch EVA 2, even though it's already been launched. And then they never mention it again. And
actually, they don't ask to launch Unit 2, they ask to launch the Unit 0. I actually looked that up because I was confused. But that's why they asked permission to launch Unit 0, and they said it's in critical state.
No, she mentioned... No, because they needed to launch Unit 0, but they asked for permission for Unit 2.
1 second, I have to fucking pull this up.
Dude, like, half of Nerve was being destroyed during that battle. A whole clusterfuck of shit was happening. I doubt they were getting that important over the minor details anyway, by the fact that, you know, everything was being fucking destroyed around them.
I think what was really interesting about that scene in particular was that how well everything in that scene worked. Like, because what they were doing was really very serious. Like, they destroyed, like, all of Nerve. So, there goes Central Command. So, I don't know.
They're gonna rebuild.
What they're gonna do.
Pun intended.
It's kind of called rebuild.
Well, it's called rebuild for a different reason, in my opinion, but that's something totally different.
That you don't want to talk about. Yeah, we get it.
I've already talked about it, and I'm actually going to make a special video on that very soon. But as far as, like, what they're going to do, I'm assuming what they're going to do is I think they're going to have one of a couple things. The new base, in that one trailer, the minute-long 6-second one, with the 2 new female leads that were in Nerve uniforms. One having Victorian-style hair, and one having long black hair, but was not Misato. I don't know what they're gonna do. I don't know, because the Nerve at the very end.
Actually, could that other one with long hair be Yui Ikari?
It could actually. That's not a bad idea. But Yui Ikari had short hair. That's why she had short hair like Rei. But something that is interesting though is like all the Nerve staff is still alive at the end of 2.0. Like they're all standing outside, looking at Shinji, like turn into a piece of like scribbled red. Because that's honestly what it looks like. So whenever he's turning into a piece of scribble red, or turning into a divine being, one with all 3 gods, or like not all 3 gods, one with God, because of human instrumentality, and whenever he's activating the 3rd impact, they're all there, and then they see the lance, like, deactivate Unit 1, and they're like, what was that? Oh, it was Kaoru. So, where they are now? I've got no fucking idea. I honestly don't know what the fuck. Like, are they all on like the unemployment now? Did they get like unemployment even though their company was blown up? Like,
I don't know. Maybe they're just privately funded.
Do they make money still?
Aren't they funded by Sele?
Can they?
Is there even an economy in the world?
Can they?
Yeah.
Well, I
mean,
I don't know. See, Sele, I think, has become a much more important player. We did see in the new Unit 7 is what I'm predicting it is, the one that Mari drove, the pink one.
Oh yeah, that one.
Oh yeah.
But at the very end of
Very threatening.
at the very end of 2.0, it shows Unit 8, which is actually very different looking. It's got like a bunch of like cuts.
It looks like a spider.
Well, no, Unit 7 is the one that's like pink and looks like a spider. It's got like a...
No. Wasn't Unit 7 the one that
Mari drives. No, we think it's Unit 7.
Isn't that Karu's?
No, Karu's is Unit 6, which has the split face.
Sure?
Yes. Yeah, Karu's is Unit 6, which is descending upon Central Dogma. Unit 8 finds a new pilot. That's what they said. But Unit 8...
How many units were in the original series? Because now it's just like a clusterfuck of units that I can't keep up with.
There was technically...
I think they only went up to like 5.
Technically, there's 13 in the original. But units 5...
Well, 13, but they only show so many.
Technically 5 through, like, 13 were all the mass-produced
Oh,
EVAs.
right.
Yeah, the ones that went and Asuka kicked the shit out of in the end.
So, there was units 1... There was 0, which is 0 prototype.
Asuka's.
1, which is unit 1.
2 is Asuka.
2, which is, you know...
Yep.
3, which was the faulty angel, the Toji pilot in the original. And then 4 was the one that, of course, the Americans made and it blew up, in Arizona.
5 was the one that Mari
And
was piloting at the beginning of
5?
2.0.
Yeah, but 5 was the one that she's piloting. In the movies, 5 is like the prototype four-legged one.
6 is the one in space, the Karu pilots.
6 is the one that Karu's driving right now. 7, I predict, is the one that Mari's driving, the new one, the pink one. And Unit 8 is just this weird gray one with like these cuts on its face and stuff.
With an EVA pilot that we have not met yet.
Yes, Unit 8 is totally...
What if it is Toji?
I've got no...
Unless Unit 8 is going to be...
That's what I was thinking. I was like, if it's fucking...
It could be Toji, but it could also be Rei's new machine. Because technically Unit 0 doesn't exist anymore.
No,
She
screw it.
kinda
Just
needs
give it to
do
Kensuke. He always loves the giant robots.
Kensuke would be a horrible EVA pilot.
He'd be excited about it.
Kensuke, I would like to see him because he'd be very excited. Yeah, as I say, he'd be at least...
He'd probably have a freaking nerdgasm in it.
He'd be like, oh, goody, goody, gosh, this is my first time in an EVA. What's that? It's an angel? What's an angel? Is that kind of a 40? Oh, look, I'm dead.
Just sent you...
Right.
I just sent you guys the picture of Unit 8, and, like, it looks really weird.
It's like a megabyte big, dude.
Unit...
It's gonna take
like,
a while to download.
What was it? No, we can just let it go. Like, we don't have to, like, just distinctly be quiet when we're looking at it, but... There's a lot of fucking EVAs.
There is a lot of Avas.
But see, they basically hinted at that they're gonna have another pilot. And I'm like, that's a lot of pilots.
Too many new characters.
I can only handle Mari.
I'm still thinking that they're just gonna go with Toji. I mean, hell, he's on the freaking Death and Rebirth cover in a suit, and yet he's so underutilized in the series. So like, they may just make amends for that. So who knows?
Yeah, that
then
makes...
again, I think they just want to forget Death and Rebirth ever happened.
That's
that
true.
makes sense, then.
Well, true enough, I guess. But still, I have that wall scroll, and he doesn't look half bad in the freaking plug suit alongside Shinji. We need another male pilot. Though, no, Kaoru does count, though, right?
Okay, here's my thought. Looking at this EVA,
Yes.
the Unit 8, I just flipped it upside down because that just looks better to me. Doesn't it kind of look like a female model? Or is it just the color that's
It's the
doing it?
color. It's the halo above it, I think, because it's like pink.
Pretty in pink.
Yeah.
But it's like weird looking. So I think that what's gonna happen is I think it's Seilei's secret project or something. I would not be surprised if Unit 8 is like a secret dummy plug, but the caption specifically says though, the quickening of Unit 8 and its new pilot. Like
Yeah, and quickening is in the title of the movie, so it's going to be important.
and quickening's in the title of the movie. It is 3.0 quicken you cannot redo, also known as Evangelion Q quickening.
The quickening.
I'm really sad that we have to wait for it.
Yeah, because we have to wait like 7 months for it to come out on Blu-ray.
Blu-ray.
In Japan. Then another year for Funimation to dub it.
Dub it, yes.
And by that
So-
time, 4.0 is going to be out in Japan.
Yes.
Yep.
I
mean, did we all watch the Funimation dub to begin with?
I did, yeah.
I did. But I'm gonna
I did.
rewatch
I
both
did,
movies in sub.
Oh, just so you can watch 3.0 and sub and not be bothered by the fact that everybody's voice is different.
Yeah, and not be like, whoa, this is all wrong. Because at that point, I'll be used to it. But so the interesting thing about 3.0 and 4.0 is that they were made back to back.
Right.
Like they animated all of it. So technically 4.0 is, if not completely done, it's really close
like
to being
6
completely
years.
done. And that's why there was a huge gap between 2.0 and 3.0. It's been 3 years since that, and it's been 2 years.
I've owned it for 3 years, and it's been at least
Yeah.
a year from whenever it came out in Japan to whenever Funimation threw it out.
Well, no, it came out in 2009. Like, that's when 2.0 came out. And then 1.0 came out in 2007. Like, the release date, I think, was like the summer of 2009 is when 2.0 came out. And, yeah, June. And the slated release date for 4.0 is 2013. So, but see, that's the thing. Like, it's really ambiguous. But they have announced that they are trying to push for a 2013 release date, which would be awesome. But I honestly think I'm probably gonna watch a fucking really bad. I don't want to see. Okay, the thing is okay. We've been waiting for this movie.
Where are you going with this, Holden? Where are you going with this?
Okay, I'm saying that we could watch it like a really shitty theater quality one, right? But the argument is that does that really do this justice? And that's like no. Like we've already waited this long.
Yeah.
So I will at the very least wait for the Blu-ray release. But I can almost guarantee there's no way in hell I'm waiting for the dub.
No, same here in my opinion, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I can agree.
Yeah, no, I don't blame you. I'm not going to
I'm not going to either, but I'll just say that one of the things that made let's say the rebuild of Evangelion was so good was hearing, the old voices.
Oh,
for me at least, hearing the old voice actors for Shinji, Misato.
Like getting Spike Spencer as Shinji.
Yeah, I miss Amanda Winley.
Yeah, and the thing about
not all of them were the same though. Ray's new voice actor bugged.
I didn't give a shit about Ray anyway.
Well, the thing that I liked about it so much was
Ray's just a doll.
Chopper?
Not that Brina Palencia was bad. It's just that you're Brina Palencia. I hear you, and I think of 5 different other characters that are not Ray.
But Ray's just a doll. You're just a doll. Oh, Oscar.
Yes, the thing I liked about the rebuild so much was you have like two feelings. You have the feeling that you're watching something amazing, of course, and you have the feeling of it being like a nostalgia trip. So you got like two awesome feelings at the same time. Like listening to these voice actors watching Evangelion, and have it being fucking awesome at the same time.
But
which is why
I definitely do think that the nostalgia plays into the part of why we like the rebuild so much.
Yeah,
I think like if we had no, okay, here's what I was talking. You've seen Razafon, haven't you, Garan?
Yeah.
Okay, imagine that if the whole story was just the story of Razafon with Razafon characters. I mean,
okay,
like with Ayato Kamina,
the story of Evangelion, except
with.
It's not EVA's the Razafon, and all the characters are changed, but doing the exact same
like
thing.
Razafon and EVA are already like carbon copies of one another.
Yeah,
like,
that's kind of
true. Kind of. Mm-hmm. Have we all seen Razafon?
So,
I got it.
I've seen the first quarter of Razafon. I've owned it for like 3 years, but it's one of those shows.
Keep going, Holden.
Like so, okay. Imagine if Ayato Kamina was Shinji Ikari in the movie. So, if Ayato was the main character, and because like there already was like Reika was like Misato, and they had like the fucking Ray girl. I think her name was like Kwan.
Yeah.
And
Kwan
is like was like Ray, and they had like that. They had that one girl that he lived with was kind of like the Ray. I mean the Asuka character.
Yeah.
And like there's a lot of similarities between the two. So imagine if the rebuild of Evangelion was the exact same story, just with the characters of Razafon, would it have been as impactful for you? And I was like, see, I don't know. I don't think it would have been.
Yeah, I can see where you're going there.
Yeah, like I'm not trying to I'm not saying that there's a definitive answer, because I know that there's people who would have loved the rebuild if it had the cast of Razafon, because like Razafon has a really strong fan base, the people who like it. But it's like, I think a part about it that I really liked was that I really honestly liked EVA and the Neon Genesis Evangelion, but I knew it was broken. Like, I liked it, but you knew it was like, this show makes no sense. It was like watching Lost. It was like...
Yeah, it's like a big misconception people have with me is that they think I hate EVA. No, I fucking love EVA. Like the original series, I fucking loved it up to a point, and then you...
What, the ending?
Yeah, the last couple episodes.
The last couple of episodes, and then also the last half of the movie as well. So it's just like
as soon as Asuka's EVA shuts
everything
off,
goes straight to hell.
That's when I start to like it. I like the part where Shinji chokes Asuka in that, actually. I always love it because then it plays like that song, like Come to Something. And
Come Susser Todd.
Yeah, Come to Susser Todd, yeah. And I love it. It's like the perfect song to go with it.
Yeah.
I love that
It's so serene for someone that's strangling a girl.
Ano loves to do that, though. Like in 2.0, Ano he used that one song, like, that one song Until We Meet Again, I think. oh shit, I don't know the exact name, but you know the scene whenever he's ripping Asuka apart?
Yeah. I don't know.
Oh, yeah.
It's got the rainbows and stuff.
And the children singing.
Yeah,
God.
I thought that was really weird because I was like, this is really too upbeat.
Yeah, but he really likes...
It's all about juxtaposition.
Yeah, he really likes using the complete, like, polar opposite of what's going on screen, because he likes the juxtaposition of, like, the music and the visuals on screen and how much they contrast. Like, the end of the very last scene in 2.22, whenever he's pulling Rei out of the thing, like, it was cool and all, which is, I think this song has something to do with, like, Tsubasa, like, wings, I think.
Yeah.
But it was just, like, it was good and all, but it was, like, it felt out of place.
It was kind of jarring.
Yeah, it was a pretty jarring change.
Especially after, like, if you take, like, the music from when The Last Angel showed up.
Yes.
Everything was, like, orchestral, fucking epic as shit music. And then in the last scene, you had this very mellow, like, well, I don't even know what to call it.
Yeah, but it was very jarring, like, because it literally, at the scene before that, they just cut all background music and just showed Shinji Ikari, like, sitting there talking to Rei inside of the plug.
Yeah.
Well, it wasn't talking. It was more like he was yelling and she was just kind of shutting up. But...
She was pulling a Shinji.
Yeah, it was weird, but I definitely think that I really want to see what happens with Rei. I think what Rei in 3.0 is going to be... You know, at that point, whenever Rei has that self-realization that she's disposable?
Yeah.
Like, I think it's gonna be like that. Whenever, like, she encounters her clones and stuff, I think it's gonna be one of those things. They're gonna try to play that card. Like, the whole, I'm disposable.
Yeah, because we did see a lot of Rei clones in the preview from 2.22,
Yes, that's what I was getting at. Like, she had, like, all those aged clones of her. Like how in EVA, it was like Ritsuko's mom whenever she was choking one of the Rei clones. Do you remember that? And then she like jumped off a building, like off the edge of the railing on Nerve. I was like, what the fuck? But you just kind of go with it because it's EVA. But
Suicide, it's the only way.
It's the only way to get away from this toddler. Like, I remember, but I really liked all the, like, I felt like it was a surrealistic movie, the end of EVA, but nothing more. Like, the end of EVA was a really good, surreal film.
Yeah.
Like, but...
It wasn't really the ending you were looking for.
It wasn't really the ending.
Yeah, it wasn't the ending I was looking for. Like, it was it was cool.
Everyone becomes goo.
The thing about Evangelion is that, like, with Evangelion, we all loved it up to a point in the original series, and then we got the original ending, which was the crappy "congratulations, I ran out of budget. Here's some lines talking" ending.
Yes.
And then so we have a movie, the end of Evangelion, and the first half is Asuka kicking fucking ass, and you're thinking, oh my god, this is going to be an epic ending, and then exactly the same thing happens, and you're just like, okay, I just got tricked twice into being drawn into this and then just being slapped in the face, basically.
That's how I explain the ending of the actual story. Not like it's hard to talk about the ending of Evangelion because when you say the ending of Evangelion, people are just like, do you mean the end of Evangelion or the ending of Evangelion?
Oh, okay, yes, and the end of Neon Genesis Evangelion.
And it gets confusing.
Yes.
But my only description is that the ending was so bad that they had to remake it twice.
I liked the ending and I get it.
Which one?
But I don't. I liked the original one of the Neon Genesis Evangelion. I liked how it was about self-realization and stuff. Granted, I'm one of those people that really liked the Endless Eight too, from Haruhi.
Because you're insane.
Because I like really...
I still haven't even seen them and I think you're insane.
I like really experimental stuff like that. Like, I loved how surreal and experimental both of them were.
See,
Would you actually sit and watch all of Endless Eight a second time?
Oh my god.
The thing about this is, with Evangelion, that was a train. Sorry, Holden?
I said I quit watching Haruhi Season 2 after the Endless Eight ended, because I was like, whoa, I missed that episode.
Yeah, no, actually I did the same.
Well, I really like the Endless Eight, just for this reason. With the ending of Evangelion, it was like you were on a train wreck,
Yes.
basically. With the Endless 8, it was like for me, it was like I was watching other people being on a train wreck and jumping off.
No, you want to know what it
That's
felt like to me? Like, the end of Evangelion was a train wreck, but Endless 8 was like a train going off a bridge, and you kept seeing yourself falling. You never hit the ground. You just keep seeing yourself falling endlessly. You can see the ground, you know you're going to hit there, but for whatever reason, you just keep falling.
Like, I really like the metaphorical context that was provided. Like, I'm not saying the religious stuff, I'm just saying, like, the idea that you were supposed to get was that Shinji had a self-realization that he cannot live in this world without humans around him, even though humans are what he fears most, because he fears acceptance.
That actually kind of goes for everybody that's ever piloted an EVA.
Yes, yeah, that's exactly right. Like, that's the thing. They all do it for different reasons. Rei does it to be important, or not to be important, to be of use, because she doesn't feel like she's useful. Asuka does it to prove that she's worth something, to everyone else. Because Rei in the first one says it's a bond, that she does it because it proves her existence. Asuka does it to prove to everyone else. Shinji does it to own up to his father. But then there was like a point when he breaks off and he just does it because he wants to do it.
What reason?
And I think that was the cool part.
What reason do you think Mari has to do it?
Mari's doing it because I honestly believe that Mari is either...
Well, she said she's just doing it to get something that she wants. She hasn't explained what that something is.
I was about to say, I
thought she just gets off on it.
She could, yeah.
Mari, I think, is actually, to be honest, an angel. It wouldn't surprise me, actually.
It wouldn't surprise me, but considering the other EVA pilot that's also an angel, it's just a very stark contrast there.
Or you know what? That'll be the big twist. Kaoru's not even an angel. He can just, be on the moon without any support.
That would be the whole thing. Was like,
Kaoru doesn't actually exist. He's just a collective hallucination.
It's like I can actually breathe in space because I am Kaoru.
I think one of the interesting things was I read this doujin a long time ago, and it was so good that they made an all-age version of it. It's like 6 volumes, okay? It's called Evangelion Retake, okay? And it's about Shinji reliving the experiences from episode, 15 to the end of series again, and how he has all the same memories and stuff, but he himself is the angel.
Right.
And I was like, that's a fucking EVA twist. I was like, because the thing about the doujin was it's so fucking believable.
You'll have to send us this.
All the things it does in the series are so granted, aside from the fact whenever he's just boning Asuka, which is just for doujin's sake, but, which is 10 pages out of the 100 per volume, and there's 6 volumes, so 600 pages, this is a ridiculous doujin. And it was so good that they made an all-ages version of it, because people accepted it as the actual ending. But it has this concept where the whole thing is about just making, the whole entire series is about making Shinji accept one fact about himself, and that's it. So all of this thing, all the events that are happening are just tests.
Right.
To make him grow as a person, which I really like, but my question is I don't understand why they would do that. I think it would be a good excuse to say he grew as a person from doing this. But the idea that, these angels are coming down to make this one kid feel good about himself. I was like, that's a bit that's a bit narcissistic if you ask me. We're gonna have angels come from, the sky to make this kid feel important. And I was like, what a narcissistic cunt. And so, I like 2.0 because he's not fighting for himself.
Yeah.
He's fighting for everything he stands for Asuka, for Rei, and for everyone that he's ever loved and who's ever he's liked in his life. To keep his life the way it is. And I think that was the major thing in NGE that he lacked, was any motive for fighting. I do not recall once when he was dude, I have to do this.
That was the whole point of his character in the original, wasn't it?
Yeah.
That was the reason that we all got pissed off.
So
bitching and moaning.
I think one of the cool things is that in 3.0, since he's had the change, I want to see how decisive he is. or if he just reverts back to his old ways.
Yeah, like he has amnesia.
Well,
He's already shown some balls by the end of 2.2 too.
the thing that interested me about the 3.0 clip was when Asuka referred to Shinji.
Stupid Shinji.
Oh yes,
And
yeah.
the one,
yeah, that implies that
he's in there. Yeah, well,
the thing that's about in the original NGE was that they never really worked as a team, except for maybe the DDR episode.
Yeah, the
But
DDR
apart from
episode.
that, they never really relied on each other. If
Yes.
you get what I mean.
Yeah, what about that one with that spider one, remember?
yeah, that's what the other one I was going to say. The acid spider one, which
Yeah, that
ended from
one.
a pellet rifle. A pellet rifle. That wasn't even a fight. Like, that episode
It's just shooting
was
up red in the eyeball.
Yeah, that episode, I remember was like, are you serious? Like, that's all it took?
Or no, wait, what about the one that fell from the sky? Remember they had to hold it up and then open up the AT field and then stab it in the
Yeah,
eye
Well,
as
that's
well.
what they did in
That
the
did
movie.
something
They reused that
Yeah,
one.
in the movie, that was cool, though, because it literally ripped his fucking arm apart.
Oh, yeah.
Like, now, I like that one. That's one of my favorite scenes in 2.0, actually. I like that one a lot.
Yeah.
But, okay, so, I liked the 3.0, the clip, the 6-minute one. Whenever Asuka says, do something for crying out loud, stupid Shinji, whenever she says that, it's like he's inside of that cross, which he is, because that pink laser's not Unit 2, that's Unit 1's eye, which is why it shows it in the box, whenever the box cracks.
Yeah.
Because if you recall at the end of 2.0, Shinji was using, he was basically, the whole ending scene was like, I'm a fire my laser, and him cutting everything apart with his pink laser beams, because he liked how heterosexual they were, and
Extremely.
he was killing everything with his pink laser beams. And so he did it again in the cross. And so I'm wondering a couple things. One, why the fuck is Shinji in a cross in space unattended? Like,
Because it's a fucking cross and everything has to be in a cross in Evangelion.
it's like
Also, because it's a fucking anime, that's why.
one of my favorite things actually was like, oh, we need
Shut up, Shinji!
to transport this Eva. Okay, well make sure it's on a crucifix. That's how we have to do it. like, okay, we need to move this. Okay, we could put him in this plane, but that wouldn't be on a crucifix then. So, let's make him look like Jesus. Like, I always loved how blunt the symbolism was at times. Like, we're not trying to make this symbolic. Hint, hint, it's Jesus. But,
If it really was Jesus, he wouldn't have had the holes in his hands, he would have had the holes in his wrists.
oh, because Lilith wasn't bound to a cross with the lance of Longinus that was stabbed into Jesus. Like, there was so many things where I was just like, what the fuck? Like, it felt so blunt. I really am interested to see, like, what happens. I think the thing I'm confused about was that was the opening 6 minutes, right?
Yep.
So
Right.
knowing that,
Yep.
they're gonna have to do, like, one of those flashback arc things, and I don't know how I feel about that. Okay.
Or they're just gonna ignore it
Perfect example.
and explain it in exposition.
The perfect example of this is they did it in EVA, actually. Remember the first episode of
episode
EVA?
2.
Episode 2, he wakes up after fighting, but you never actually see the fighting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're gonna...
Until the
I
end.
think that they're gonna reiterate that idea with what happens with Karu and, like, why Unit 1's in space and stuff.
And why he's in a box.
Yeah,
suddenly.
why he's put in a box, like, and what Karu did whenever he got to Central Dogma and stuff. Like, I think that it's funny because that was done in EVA, so I wouldn't be surprised if they did that in EVA.
Well, they probably just did that because all the events happening up to that point, there's going to be no action, and then they're just like, fuck, there's no action at the beginning, guys. We need to put some action at the beginning, and that's how they got to that conclusion.
Yeah, I'm very
Makes sense to me.
I'm very interested, but I'm very worried because I don't think that there's been any anime that has had to, like, the necessity of a sequel more than Evangelion 3.0. Like 3.0 was needed, like that was needed. Like 2.0 was really good. And if it would have, like, it had the same kind of quality to it as a lot of animes that don't need sequels.
Right.
But the fact that it was incomplete makes it like dude, that was just the halfway point. Like, how do you, like, I feel like they climaxed too early, which for Shinji is not that surprising considering he likes to climax a lot.
Exactly. It's a perfect metaphor for Shinji.
I think, like, yeah, like, I really hope that wasn't the thing, but, like, the opening scene...
My initial, well, apart from the initial awe and everything that, all these feelings that hit me after it ended, the thing that hit me first, the thing that I thought first was, how the fuck are they going to top this?
Yeah, that was my thing.
Nerve is fucking destroyed, and it's the halfway point. What could possibly happen next? Do you know what I mean?
They're gonna get a space station.
You know what's gonna happen?
Like the Death
I'm predicting
Star.
a space station.
Yeah.
That's what I was predicting.
Like, they were already on the moon in 2.0. They were building EVA 7 on the moon.
Yeah, they're already on the moon. Like,
They'll either yeah, I guess they're gonna have a moon base like Dr. Evil.
Yeah, the moon base. Like, they literally say...
With a giant laser.
No, like, they literally already had a moon base.
Yes.
Because that's where they're constructing
Mini-Me, stop
Unit
humping
6.
the laser. Yes.
It has to have a pink laser, though, because this is EVA.
And every time it's fired, a pop song has to start playing.
Yeah, it has to be very contrasting to what is happening. But I could definitely see, like, because they already established that there's a base on the moon in 2.0, because Fuyutsuki and Gendo go to it, and while they're gone, they have that angel that tries to belly flop on everyone, but fails. And that's why Masato's in command. But, so I definitely think that, yeah, it's probably going to be on a fucking moon base. Like, but it's weird to see the EVAs in space. My first thought was...
It's Gunbuster 2.0, or in this case 3.0.
Like, EVAs, I was like...
No, but that's what... The space is like one of those things. Like, anytime you try to top something else, what do? Put it in space.
Yes.
Mario did that.
Leprechaun did that. Jason did that.
How can you beat up Mario 64? Mario in space.
Space, yeah. I was about to say, you do it in space.
How do you beat Mario in space? Mario in space again. Done.
Put it... Yeah, Galaxy, done. Yeah.
Yeah, that too. But that was good, at least.
I was very amazed. Like, I am very interested to see how it happens, and I definitely think that this movie has to be slower.
No, here's what I hope. I actually hope that 3.0 is worse than 2.0. So that 4.0 kicks the shit out of everything.
Yes. Okay.
It's gonna sort of maybe have like... It's gonna sort of be almost like that middle movie between a trilogy kind of thing. It's gonna set up everything so that everything comes to a head in 4.0.
But then that would make it the Empire Strikes Back of this thing, which I don't think it is.
Well, I don't know. Empire Strikes Back is the best Star Wars, though.
Well, yeah, it is the best Star Wars, but it has like a lot of, unanswered things.
But that's assuming this is a trilogy. This is not a trilogy. We can't think of it like a trilogy.
Yeah, this is a cycle.
I know it's not. I know it's not a trilogy, but but 1.1, or 1.0 is pretty much just reanimation of the first 6 episodes.
Yeah. It wasn't.
In some ways, like 2.0,
exactly
3.0, and 4.0 are like their own little thing now.
2.0 is everything else minus the last couple of episodes that don't exist anymore in the storyline.
Okay, I think a good question is, like, they're running out of angels. Like, what are they gonna do? Are they gonna have, like, a whole... Is 4.0... Like, my question, I think, my biggest concern is that if 4.0 is just Shinji versus Seele...
My thing is I don't think these movies are not the show. The show was a monster of the week. We're gonna beat up an angel We're going to beat up a new angel every week kind of show with a lot of character development and everything else mixed in. They don't need to do that because they don't need to fill up space in the movies, so it's very, very different.
Yes, I definitely agree because I definitely understand what you're saying. But, like, there's still 17 angels, and they said that there's 17 angels, but, like...
I thought there was only 13.
No, there's 17.
17?
Yeah, well, technically there's 18 if you count Lilin, which is what humankind was, which is kind of weird. But, so, in the movie, though, like, in the rebuild, the guy, Zurel, what is it? It's Zuriel. The guy with the paper hands?
Yeah, the last angel.
It's Zuriel.
Zuriel.
Yeah, Zuriel. He was the 10th angel. There's 7 more.
And did we just see one getting destroyed in the first 6 minutes of 3.0?
Yeah. So
now there's 6.
There is now 6 more. But see, we already know that. So the ones that remain, which I do not believe are gonna happen, is the fucking I think the one that I'm looking forward to that I have not seen is the fucking, that one black hole one that's like a fucking zebra that floats as a ball.
Oh, yeah.
I really liked that one for some reason. They skipped over him, but I hope they go back because I liked him a lot. Also, you know that string-like one, which was like the one that went into Ray? Like tentacle rape-esque style.
Yeah,
I remember that
one.
I felt like that was the one that Asuka killed at the very beginning.
Seemed like it.
So that only leaves like a couple things. So I'm very interested to see the new angels and like where they take them, because you've got like not much left. Like so far they only had one original angel for the movies. Well, they had two, which was the guy with the clock in 2.0, the like dude who Unit 2 pierced through its heart, and the one that Mari kills. So, I'm very interested to see what they're gonna do, but I really am afraid, because I liked, the one thing that I think we can all agree about End of EVA, the movie, was that seeing the EVAs versus, like, armies was really cool.
Yeah,
like,
agreed.
Yeah. You mean
up until that point, you just kind of were like...
you mean Asuka's moment?
Because up until that point, it was kind of like, you didn't understand the sheer destructive power of the EVAs.
Yeah.
Because, like, in comparison, it looked like a Godzilla flick. Like, it was just two big things. But it wasn't until that she was just throwing around the helicopters and tanks and stuff that you realized, like, this thing is huge. Like, how do you stop this?
With other equally big ones.
Yeah, the thing that I liked, it wasn't monster versus monster. It was like monster versus actual stuff we can relate to kind of thing.
I think it was like humans or monsters. It was really weird symbolism.
Monster versus God.
What a twist.
Or God is the monster.
But the thing I missed the most that they left out with Asuka is thermal expansion. I missed thermal expansion. That joke was I laughed so fucking hard in the original. Oh my god.
Yes. Oh, poor Pen.
Fucking Pen and Shinji's minute Asian erection from thermal expansion, not the fact that Masato and Asuka were having lesbian relations right between the wall between them.
Alright.
Oh my god.
Yeah, Shinji just thought, yeah, that's hot. Oh, thermal expansion!
Thermal expansion!
And so...
Oh my god.
Sorry?
There's a lot of... Like, I don't know. I think 3.0, when it comes out, I don't think all of our questions will be answered, but I think we can all agree unanimously that it will be awesome.
So, any final thoughts for 3.0 then?
I will agree that it is awesome, but I am not willing to yet agree that it'll be more awesome than 2.0.
I never said it would be more awesome.
I mean,
I can't say that yet.
Yeah, I think it's just gonna build up more stuff so that it finally just all gets answered and concluded. It's just gonna be a giant build up. That's it.
But here's the question: Do we think that 4.0 will actually be worth it, or do we think that it will once again be an ending we are not satisfied?
If you asked me this, like,
I think Mr. Ano's like tired of all the death threats. I think he wants to do it right this time.
Or maybe he just wants to troll us.
No, I don't think
Again.
so. I think as of right now, if you held a gun to my head, I would say, yeah, he wants to fix it.
Yeah.
Like, that was the whole point of him trying to do this again.
I mean, I sincerely hope so, and I am getting myself caught up in EVA again. So if I have a repeat experience for the third time in my life, I don't know what I'm going to do.
Well, I think EVA will be over by that point.
I will fail. I will refuse to watch any Evangelion after this. I don't care if they remake it again in 10 years by like Anno's son or something.
Yes, they'll remake it again in 3D.
I don't care how many more iterations you're going to do. I'm not going to fall for it again. Fool me once, shame on me. Fool me twice, shame on you.
Wait, what?
But now this is the third time, so...
It's the other way around.
It's the other way around. You got it backwards.
I got it backwards there. I'm too angry at the ending of the first two that I forgot.
In conclusion, I would highly recommend that you rewatch EVA after watching like up till 2.0 and just seeing what you learn. But 3.0, I can't really stress enough how excited I am for it. That's all I really got to say on that matter.
I am excited, and I think that about wraps up our thoughts on
Agreed.
Evangelion. For now, this has been a special episode of PodTaku.
For now.
We might do this again in
This
the
is not
future.
an official episode, so joining me today has been Arkada
Goodbye.
and Holden from HoldenReviews.
Next time with more fan service.
Oh my god.
Damn it, I was gonna say that. No, and also we have Sanji.
Hell yeah!
Oh, Devil Kick Sanji. And until then, we'll see you all next time with more fan service. But Holden already said that.
It's been fun.
Bye!
Bye.
You guys are shit.
Give me my sandwich.
I have a boner.
Good for you.
Oh, shit.